Hope you don't mind me touching you up.
Neither. So not cooked, are they?
No, they're not cooked, they're pickled. Julie's always angry. I think she was born angry. There you go.
Hello, I am Mrs. Tortellino. I'm out in the garden today because Francesco would like to share with you a lovely recipe he's got. It's for zucchini, which I've got several types in the garden, and they all need to be picked. The more you pick, the more they grow. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, the recipe he's going to do is a cold salad with a vinaigrette, I believe he said, which we'll be able to use. You know, you'll be able to cook and prepare quite easily, and you probably eat over a few days. It's probably one of those things that gets a bit better as it goes along. But first of all, we need to pick the zucchini. And if you come in here, darling, you'll see my poor little plant is full of them, because I have been saying to him for days, it must be said, can you come and get these zucchini? And he hasn't. So can you see them all in there? And they're all a bit clustered at the bottom, and some are quite small. So I think we need to have a good cut. As you can see, there's this big one here is the biggest one. So not enormous by any means, but hopefully they'll be nice and tasty.
Can you give me the flour? Because actually it is also edible, and I will be adding it to my salad.
Okay, here you go, here's the flour. And round the corner here is my other beauty. Right, here is a beautiful round one. Can you see him?
Just a second, let me move the sleeve. Yep. Okay.
So I need to cut him off. There.
I think
Look
this
at
is
him. He's lovely, isn't he?
third one this year, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
the second.
So there we go. I think that will start you off, won't it?
You will.
We do an enormous salad, but that will certainly be a good contribution. So I look forward to eating it later on.
Thank you. I've made a start. I washed them and I've dried them thoroughly so that I don't have any unnecessary excess water. The first job to do is to slice them really, really thinly. I'm using a knife because that is what most people have at home, and I'm just taking my time and going on my zucchini, and you can see that they're not perfect sometimes, but that's fine because I'm going to cut them further. So just gently slice them as thin as you can. What prompted this salad was a discussion I was having with Julie this morning, where she was reading about lots of people who grow zucchini, and during the summer they end up with so many zucchini that they do not really know what to do with them. And so I suggested that we could do this video. This actually does not require any cooking, and the preparation time is about 10 minutes or less, and it's very, very simple. Also, people sometimes ask me about the recipe. All of my recipes are listed underneath the video. There is a little button which says more. If you click on that, we will expand the page. You will find that for all of my recipes there is always an introduction to the recipe, followed by the list of the ingredients, and those are listed both in imperial as well as metric, and then the cooking method. So you can actually just go straight there if you don't want to watch the video. So if you've got very little zucchini like these ones, you can chop them in little matches just like I've done. So once you have sliced them, go along with your knife and make very similar little strips, as thin as you can, about a couple of millimeters in thickness. If you are using the long zucchini, you will see that you will end up with a long spaghetti look like, but obviously bearing in mind mine are round, they're not going to. And they are quite fun to look at. They remind me of either spaghetti or tagliatelle. So remember to take your time and chop them as thinly as possible. The objective is to ensure that by the time I pickle them or marinate them, they absorb as much flavor as possible. So take your time, slowly catch a monkey, as Julie often tells me. So I'm nearly done actually. Anyway, I do not know why anybody would want to catch a monkey. If you know, maybe you could let me know. Right, I think I'm done. And I'll start on the marinade next. I'm going to use a jar, mostly for convenience. So here is the teaspoon of white wine vinegar. You can also use apple or cider vinegar if you wish. I would avoid using red wine vinegar, not great for this recipe, one or the other. And the wine vinegar is good because actually adds even more flavor. This is a pinch of chili flakes, optional. If you are not a fan, don't put them in, but they do actually work quite well. I've got here a combination of basil and mint. I'm going to just chop in some mint first. I'll go about 6 or 7 leaves, maybe I'll put 8, and mint goes really well with this marinade. So if you go access to mint, great, or if not and you go just access to say basil, put a little bit more basil. I'm putting obviously a combination of both today, basil and mint. Garlic next. I'm sure that you were expecting it. A small clove, because I've only got just over a pound of zucchini, and a small clove is plenty, but I'm going to crush it because it will be even a little bit more powerful than just putting it whole, and the flavor will go all over. A little pinch of salt goes in next, and I'll finish my marinade with some olive oil over here. And I'm going to actually measure it so that you know the quantities I'm going to use today. So again, I've got my dessert spoon, that is 1, and number 2, and I'll put another 1. So 3 dessert spoons is what I'm adding. Now you can see the convenience of my glass jar. I place the lid on, and I'll give it a vigorous mix, and that is ideal to make vinaigrette. In the past, I've actually also frozen these, and when I have defrosted them, they've actually come out quite nice. So if you find that you make a lot, you could always freeze some, and then you can defrost it. Always defrost by placing them in the fridge the night before. You will find that they're not going to be as crunchy as when you eat them in a couple of hours time, but they're not bad at all, and it's a very good way to preserve food in the freezer. So I've added my vinaigrette to my zucchini. I'll give everything a good mix, literally very thorough, because the vinegar will obviously pickle my zucchini, and that is why it's important that they are chopped nice and fine, because that will accelerate the pickling sort of process, if there is such a definition. Right, I will place the lid on. Here it is, and I'll pop them in the fridge. Highly recommend that you do not tuck in until after a couple of hours at the very least of keeping them in the fridge, because the marinade will do its magic, and I'll come back then and we can test them. See you in a little while. And I'm back. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, are you right?
Yeah, I just wondered if you wanted these. I just picked them out of the greenhouse. They're all
right.
washed.
Oh, lovely, yes. Come round, I'm about to taste it. Do you want to?
What would you like to taste?
Okay, thank you. Just a sec, let me mic you up. Hope you don't mind me touching you up.
Neither. Obviously, it's very important to hear what I've got to say.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with this, baby?
That's for the end. That's for the end. Just leave it, please.
Okay.
Okay. So they're marinated for a couple of hours, and we can. I'll tell you. I'm gonna actually move them here, which is where they're gonna be living in the fridge. And one thing I like to do, we will have this later for dinner.
Well, you could have got the bigger one, obviously.
I like to leave them in the fridge for longer, and as I said it before, you can actually freeze it, but not very often happens.
No.
And the longer you leave them in the fridge, most probably you can leave them for 4 or 5 days, even a week before you use them up, and they'll be fine. And then you tuck in, and the longer you leave them, the better. Now, this is a Francesco thingy, by the way, what I'm doing. I really like, once they've pickled, to add a little balsamic vinegar, and I have found that it adds a different aromatic layer to the whole thing. That is assuming you like balsamic vinegar. You don't have to, but it goes really well, and I'm about to taste it. So the reason why I left this, by the way, I thought it looks quite nice there in the middle for my photo, you see?
Yeah,
I'm getting quite artistic in my old age.
So not cooked, are they?
No, they're not cooked, they're pickled. Can you see that they're still crunchy?
Yeah.
Obviously, the longer they live in the
garlic.
fridge.
Is there a little garlic in it?
The longer they are in the fridge, the softer they'll become, and you will find that at some time you also get a little sediment of water, because they will release water, of course. That's perfectly normal. Do not throw the one away because it adds flavour. But
Look at my tomatoes. What are you doing with them?
what do you think I'm going to do with them?
I thought you were going to chop them up and put them in there.
No, you don't want to do that.
No?
No, because they'll go soft. Here, that's for you. Yeah, you just eat the tomatoes on the side. And
Just try my tomatoes. What are they called? Sun gold, these are called. It's the first time I've grown them.
If you're interested in this,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
yours.
they're so sweet. Have you tried one?
No, not yet. You only just gave them to me. Right, and we're going to have our lunch, and we'll share with you what it's like.
Are we waiting for olives?
There you go.
I'm quite hungry. You need to hurry up.
Julie's always hungry. I think she was born hungry. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'll tell you what, I'll try a piece without anything else.
I'll just try one of the magic tomatoes. They're so sweet.
I've never really thought of having them uncooked. I suppose.
Most probably could do with a little salt, but they're delicious. They're fresh and crunchy, and they do remind me of the pickled zucchini that my mum used to make, but she would make them in the summer, and then we did eat them in the winter because she used to place them in jars. But you can use them just as we are eating them today with tomatoes and olives, or they're a perfect side dish if you're cooking fish or chicken or anything like that, especially in the summer. Really refreshing. It's taking us longer to eat them than prepare them. I told you it was a very quick meal. And very, very delicious. Often it's the case. Simplicity equal deliciousness. Thank you for watching, and buon appetito if you try them.